Welcome back to Fireside Fears. If you enjoy chilling, immersive horror stories told in the dark, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Now, let the fire crackle, let the night settle in, and let's begin. The thing that followed me out of the forest. I used to think forests were peaceful. They're supposed to be quiet, ancient places where the worst thing you could run into is a bug or maybe a snake. But last autumn changed the way I look at the woods forever. I've avoided them since. I don't even like driving past them now, not after what followed me out of those trees and refused to leave. It started when I agreed to help my friend Mason film footage for a university project. He wanted eerie-looking forest shots at dusk. The assignment had something to do with liminal spaces and places that make people uncomfortable. There's a forest preserve outside my town, vast, rarely visited, and dense enough that you lose daylight long before the sun actually sets. When we hiked in, the air felt normal, quiet, but normal. We walked for about half an hour until Mason found a clearing surrounded by tall, crooked trees that seemed to lean inward, as if eavesdropping on us. He was thrilled. I wasn't. I remember asking him if we could find another spot. The place just felt wrong, like the ground had absorbed too much silence. He laughed it off, set up the camera, and told me to stand behind one of the trees to create a silhouette. I did it. I didn't want to ruin his project. But while he adjusted the lens, I heard something move deeper in the woods. Rapid footsteps, heavy enough to snap branches, then stop immediately, as if whoever, or whatever, was making them didn't want to be noticed. I told Mason, but he brushed it off. "A deer," he said. "Relax." Except, deer don't stop moving the moment you try to listen. They don't stand perfectly still for minutes. He had me walk a few feet into the trees so the camera could catch the silhouette effect. The deeper I went, the colder the air became. The light dimmed even though dusk wasn't supposed to hit for another hour. I stood still, facing the darkness, waiting for his signal. Then, I heard it breathing. Not behind me, not beside me, ahead of me. In the darkness where no human figure stood, no animal skittered, nothing moved. Just a slow, steady exhale. Deep. Wet. Wrong. I whispered Mason's name. He didn't answer. I turned to look back at him, but all I could see was the faint glimmer of his camera light. When I faced forward again, there was something standing between the trees. At first, it looked like the trunk of a tree. Tall, narrow, still. But then it shifted slightly, just enough that I saw a sliver of space behind it where no trunk should be. I stared. It stared back. I couldn't see eyes, but I knew it was looking straight at me. I stepped backward. It stepped forward. I nearly fell when my heel caught a root. I whispered for Mason again, louder this time. No answer. I walked backward faster, keeping my eyes locked on the shape. It didn't follow me openly. It melted behind one of the trees, then reappeared, closer, then closer again. Each time I blinked, it was nearer. When I finally reached the edge of the clearing, Mason's voice broke through the tension. "Hey, perfect! I think I got it." I turned back toward the darkness, and the shape was gone, vanished. I told him we needed to leave, right then, immediately. He complained at first, but something in my voice shut him up. He packed his equipment fast. We didn't talk on the way out. We reached my car just as the last light drained from the sky. The moment we got inside, I felt wrong. Like someone else had slipped in with us. Not seen, not heard, just present. Heavy. Almost too tall to fit inside the car. Every time I glanced in the rearview mirror, I swore I caught a darker patch in the back seat. Only for a second, then nothing.
When I dropped Mason off, he asked if I wanted to review the footage. I told him no. I just wanted to get home. But the thing didn't stay in the forest. That night, around 3 a.m., I woke to the rustle of clothing, the sound of something brushing against my bedroom wall. I didn't move. I didn't breathe. The dark shape I'd seen in the woods was standing near my closet, tall, thin, head almost touching the frame of the door. It didn't walk toward me. It glided. I turned on my lamp so fast I knocked it off the table. The room lit up, and nothing was there. I didn't sleep after that. The next day, Mason called me in a panic. He told me something was wrong with the footage. The camera had recorded something behind me during the shoot, something tall enough that its head was cut off by the frame, something standing perfectly still behind a tree, watching me. Worse, he said it appeared again on the tape when we walked out of the clearing, just for a second, but enough to see its shape. He tried to send me the clip, but every file he uploaded corrupted immediately. I told him to stop trying. Over the next few nights, the thing kept coming back. It never made a sound. It never spoke. It just stood in a different corner each time. Near the door, near the window, beside my bed, always just far enough that I couldn't make out its face. And every night at 3 a.m., I felt it move closer. I tried sleeping at friends' houses, hotels, even in my car. It followed me everywhere. Always at 3 a.m., always standing just close enough for me to see the outline of that impossible body shape. I tried ignoring it. I tried confronting it. Neither worked. The only reason I'm able to tell this story is because I learned something. The moment I acknowledge it in any way, speak to it, look at it directly, react to it, it gets closer the next night. The nights I pretend not to see it, it keeps its distance. But last night it stood only a foot from my bed, just watching. I don't know what it wants. I don't know what it will do when it finally touches me. But I'm writing this at 2:58 a.m., and I can hear it breathing in the hall. 2:15 a.m. is coming soon. If the story ends here, you'll know why. The fire's burning low now. If you enjoyed the story, stay close. There are many more to tell. Until next time, sleep with one eye open. You're never truly alone when you're near the fire.